Get ready to wow your taste buds with this amazing pancetta pasta. It's quick, easy, and simple to make with the minimum ingredients in your home. First off, turn the temperature up on the hob to 6, the highest temperature that you can get. Mine was 6, as you can see. And so this is because I have boiling water and I'm just going to pour all of it into an already hot pot so it does not affect the temperature of the water. And this is the pasta that I decided to use, which is macaroni from Cucina. Can't wait. Then add some salt for taste because we're going to need the pasta water for something else towards the end. Also add butter in there depending on how much you want your meal to be buttery, but it's going to affect the pasta water that we want at the end too. And in the meantime, whilst we wait for the water to boil, we wash up our vegetables for the meal. When your water starts bubbling, you basically pour the pasta in. I did not video that. But then after pouring the pasta in, you mix it for as long as it takes, usually 8 minutes, so that the pasta does not stick together and that it is easy to dish. And whilst we wait for that to finish cooking, we chop up our vegetables for the pancetta mix, which is basically green pepper and red onion. I then cut both the green pepper and the red onion into small squares just because I don't want it to be a very heavy meal. And now our pasta is ready, which is cooked the right way, which is not too well done, but at the same time not underdone it well, so just in the middle. Remember what I said about collecting pasta water? Well, here we are. We do that because it makes for the best sauce ever. Of course, with the butter and the salt, it's the best. I think it's a universal fact right now that if you're cooking with cheese and butter, olive oil is the way. There we are, adding our vegetables to the pan for the fry. We move around the pepper on the pot for a while so that the olive oil can grasp the flavor of the pepper before we add our onion. Then after a while, we add our onion and we just mix that well into the pot as well. Then our first layer of seasoning is cajun seasoning, and we don't add a lot of that. Of course, add as much salt you want to taste. And then mix your little masterpiece like this for a while until the onions are well cooked. And my ancestors were complaining that there was not enough spice in the meal. And I was like, you know what, let's just listen and add more of that barbecue classic spice. And you know, it was the best decision ever because my meal was not overwhelming at the end, but you could definitely taste the barbecue notes and everything. So that is the smoked pancetta that we used. I forgot to film before I put the thing in there, but I think this is basically just ham, I think. Yeah, and then you just mix all of this together. Some people would dice it. I would have liked to dice it as well so that it matches the vegetables, but I didn't. But you literally just let that fry in the oven for a while. Well, it wouldn't be a day in the kitchen without a little bit of wine, so I was a bit flustered after cooking all that meal. I decided to pour myself a little bit of white wine just to make myself feel better and basically reward myself for cooking this good food. Alright, at this point the pancetta was well cooked. We don't want it very cooked because I figured that it actually tastes better when it's a bit underdone because that way it's not chewy or rubbery. But at this point it was done and we're ready to mix. There we are with our pasta water that we are basically mixing into our pancetta fry mix so that we could create a sauce and pour as much in there depending on how you want your pasta to be, but I didn't pour a lot. Now let's cream this baby up. First of all, we use spreadable cheese. That's for bread. It's Philadelphia. That's spreadable cheese. We basically mix all that up together and then we add our yogurt, our Greek style yogurt. All of this is just going to create that creamy and heavy taste that's just going to make this meal so amazing. Yum, I can't wait. So then we mix all of that together until it has reached a nice consistency. So then that, believe it or not, dear friends, is our sauce ready to go into the pasta. So now we transfer all the content on the pan into that and then we mix all that up, and that is just not the best part yet. It just keeps getting better. And then boom, mozzarella comes to the picture. Yes. Now we are adding mozzarella to our pasta, and then that is exactly the finishing touch we need, but we're not done yet. Just keep watching. And no such thing as too much cheese. This recipe is really handy if you would like to make some creamy and cheesy pasta, but you don't have an oven and you just want to make this on a hob, or you just don't want to have to wait so long for an oven meal. And there's our pasta now, all yummy and delicious looking, scrumptious thing. All right, now our finishing touches. There goes our peppercorns and our chili hot honey for that chili sweet cake. And there it is, my beautiful, easy to go, quick creation, pasta pancetta. I shall call it pasta pancetta. And if there's another name for this and I'm like naming it wrong, just please let me know. Enjoy. Now listen to the macaroni sounds, baby.